You've been eating less. You've started working out. You've said no to cake, chips, and even your favorite comfort foods, but the scale won't budge, or worse, it's going up. What if I told you that the problem isn't your willpower? It's what you don't know. Weight loss can feel like a game you're always losing, even when you're playing by the rules. But what if the rules you've been following are actually wrong? That's the harsh truth most people don't realize. This video is going to walk you through the most common mistakes that keep millions stuck and how to finally break free. These mistakes aren't just bad habits. They're often based on outdated science, misleading advice, or innocent misunderstandings. But once you see them clearly, you'll understand exactly what's been holding you back. So, whether you're just starting your journey or you're frustrated after months of stalled progress, stick with me. You're about to uncover what the diet industry rarely tells you, and what real science says will actually work. Mistake 1. Undereating or over-restricting calories. It seems logical. Eat less, lose weight, but cutting your calories too much can backfire. When you drastically reduce your food intake, your body goes into survival mode. It slows down your metabolism, starts conserving energy, and even breaks down muscle tissue. Studies from the National Institutes of Health show that extreme calorie deficits can lower your resting metabolic rate by up to 23%. That means your body burns fewer calories, even while you're resting. Instead of slashing calories, aim for a moderate deficit, just enough to create fat loss without triggering metabolic slowdown. Think long-term sustainability, not short-term starvation. Mistake 2. Obsessing over the scale. You step on the scale every morning. Some days you're excited, others you feel crushed. But that number doesn't tell the whole story. Weight fluctuates due to water retention, hormones, digestion, and muscle gain. You could be getting healthier, losing fat, and gaining muscle, and the scale might stay the same or even go up. Research from the International Journal of Obesity shows that focusing too much on weight can lead to poor body image and less long-term success. Instead, track progress with multiple tools: how your clothes fit, your energy levels, how strong you feel during workouts, and even body measurements or progress photos. Mistake 3. Not getting enough protein. If you're not prioritizing protein, you're missing a key piece of the fat loss puzzle. Protein does more than build muscle. It keeps you full, supports your metabolism, and helps preserve lean mass during weight loss. In a 2015 study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, participants who ate higher protein diets lost more fat and retained more muscle compared to those with lower protein intake. Aim for 1.2 to 2.0 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight daily. Include lean meats, eggs, Greek yogurt, legumes, and protein shakes in your meals to hit your target. Mistake 4. Relying only on cardio. Cardio burns calories, yes. But if that's your only form of exercise, you're missing out on the metabolic magic of strength training. Resistance training helps you build lean muscle, and muscle burns more calories at rest than fat does. So the more muscle you have, the more you can eat without gaining fat. A study from Harvard found that strength training is more effective than cardio alone for long-term fat loss, especially in the belly area. Add 2 to 3 strength sessions a week. You don't need to lift like a bodybuilder. Bodyweight exercises or resistance bands are enough to start. Mistake 5. Ignoring sleep and stress. You can eat perfectly and train consistently. But if you're not sleeping or you're constantly stressed, fat loss becomes much harder. When you're stressed, your body releases cortisol. Chronically high cortisol is linked to fat gain, especially around the belly. Poor sleep messes with your hunger hormones. Ghrelin goes up, leptin goes down, making you hungrier and more likely to crave junk food. According to a 2020 review in Obesity Reviews, people who sleep less than 6 hours per night are 55% more likely to become obese. Fix this by prioritizing 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep, managing stress with techniques like journaling, deep breathing, or walking in nature, and setting boundaries around work and screen time. Mistake 6. Drinking your calories. Smoothies, juices, flavored coffees, energy drinks, alcohol, these can quietly derail your efforts. Liquid calories don't make you feel full the way solid food does, so you end up consuming more overall without realizing it. In one study from the University of North Carolina, participants who cut just one sugary drink per day lost an average of 4 pounds in 6 months without changing anything else. Choose water, unsweetened tea, or black coffee as your staples. If you drink smoothies, load them with fiber and protein to keep them satisfying. Mistake 7. Weekend binging. You eat clean all week, then Friday night hits. Pizza, ice cream, drinks. It's the "I've been good all week" reward, and it's often enough to undo all your progress. Even just 2 days of overeating can cancel out 5 days of calorie deficit. Over time, this creates a yo-yo effect that leaves you stuck. Plan your weekends like you do your weekdays. Allow a treat, not a free-for-all. Practice the 80-20 rule. Eat well 80% of the time, enjoy the rest mindfully. Mistake 8. Not eating enough fiber. Fiber is one of the most overlooked tools for fat loss. It slows digestion, helps regulate blood sugar, feeds healthy gut bacteria, and keeps you full longer. Research published in the Annals of Internal Medicine found that people who simply increased their fiber intake without changing anything else lost nearly as much weight as those on complex diet plans. Aim for at least 25 grams of fiber per day. Load your meals with vegetables, fruits with skin, oats, legumes, and seeds like chia or flax. Mistake 9. Eating healthy, but overeating. You've swapped cookies for protein bars, chips for nuts, soda for smoothies. But healthy foods still have calories. A tablespoon of peanut butter has about 100 calories. A handful of almonds, 200. Granola? It adds up fast. Portion control still matters, even with clean food. Use smaller plates. Read labels. Measure things out until you have a good sense of serving sizes. Remember, weight loss isn't just about eating healthy. It's about eating the right amount of healthy. Mistake 10. Giving up too soon. This might be the most dangerous mistake of all. You try something for a week or two, don't see results, and decide it's not working. But fat loss takes time. The body resists change. It adapts slowly, especially if you've been yo-yo dieting or struggling for years. The Journal of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics shows that sustainable fat loss takes consistent behavior over at least 12 to 16 weeks. That's 3 to 4 months minimum. So if you've been at it for 2 weeks and the scale hasn't moved, that doesn't mean it's not working. That means it's just getting started. Keep going. Progress is happening underneath the surface. So now you know, weight loss isn't just about eating less and moving more. It's about understanding your body, your habits, and the science that drives both. You've learned that undereating can backfire, that sleep and stress matter more than you thought, and that the healthy snack you're mindlessly eating could be slowing everything down. This journey isn't easy, but it's possible. And now you have the knowledge to make smarter choices, ones that actually move the needle. If this helped you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe for more practical, science-backed videos like this. And drop a comment below. Which mistake surprised you the most? Or better yet, what will you start doing differently today? Because knowledge is power, but action is transformation. You've got this.